Hey guys, welcome to J. Hauser Writes. I want to talk to you about my first book to be published this year. Well, ever, but it's going to happen this year. So let's get right into that. So I am super excited. I am working towards my goal of being a multi-genre hybrid author. And my first one to come out will be indie published, so I am self-publishing, and it is the first book in a trilogy. Right now I'm still going through the process of final edits, looking for a professional editor, proofreader, that kind of stuff, so it's still a work in progress, but it has been through much work and much progress. So let me just share a little bit about it with you and we'll go from there. So the trilogy itself will be known as the Cedar Wars trilogy. The first book is called Cedar Shadow Wars. This is a young adult contemporary fantasy. I'm on the border of calling it a young adult contemporary fantasy romance, even though that is a huge mouthful, or drop the romance in the genre technicality and just say that it has a heavy romantic subplot. So I just don't want people to be surprised that there's a lot of falling in love here, or at least, you know, it takes up some good pages. So if you're here for 97% waving wands and such, it's maybe not for you. The basics of the series is that it is a story between two warring nations of botanical beings. So they are plant-human hybrids. They can blend in with humans. They have their own realm on this earth, but they can go between, and they have their wars, and some of it happens here. Again, I'm still kind of workshopping the blurb, but this is the basics of probably what would be on the back of the book to help you get an idea of what you will find in here. I'm gonna read it on my laptop, so because I don't have it memorized, no. Avoiding assassination wasn't on Melody Walters' to-do list for her junior year. Learning she wasn't human hadn't made the list either. Growing up an only child with overprotective parents, Mel just wants a drama-free year and to be able to date. Gaining the interest of more than one young man, she doesn't realize any one of them could be an enemy on the hunt. For her, the dating scene could prove deadly. Mel discovers she's a member of a botanical race forced to hide their daughters in the human world until they mature enough for their powers to bloom. Something went wrong with her blooming process, breaking her cover and jeopardizing the lives of her protectors and the large family she never knew. With a rush to master her new powers before she's stranded in the human world forever and the enemy threat ever looming, Mel struggles to know who she can trust and if the sacrifice that is being asked of her is too great. So all in all, it is a character-driven book filled with intrigue, exciting new creatures, and magic system. The series has strong themes surrounding loyalty, family, friendship, love, and experiencing and overcoming trauma in difficult situations. One of the favorite pieces of advice that I have read from others is to write what you want to read. So this book is a representation, maybe not perfect because I'm a new author, but a representation of the kind of thing I want to read, which I struggle to find, to be honest. I feel like there is so much darkness out there, especially in romance and fantasy. Well, especially romantic fantasy or fantasy romance. No explicit sex scenes. I do not write that in my books. You are not going to have the F-bomb on every page. I just like to have a balance that I can feel comfortable with. I'm a bit of a softie. If I read something super dark, I kind of mope for a couple of weeks. So that's, you know, this is a little more lighthearted while addressing very, well, young adult and maybe even adult real world themes within a fantasy setting. I am super excited. If you want to know more, please do subscribe. So anyway, that is the big announcement. We're gonna have assassins, we're gonna have fighting, we're gonna have discovering magic, we're gonna have families, and we're gonna have love, and we're gonna have a good time. So like I said, subscribe. Please feel free to share this, and please do check out my author website down below. You can see more information about what I'm working on, and you can subscribe to my newsletter, which will help with announcements down the road when I have promotions, that kind of thing. And I want to thank you so very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really appreciate your support on this channel and in my writing journey. You guys have a great one. Bye.